Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm SaulApeMan and welcome to this exciting game because Grubby is here and Grubby is playing Pali Rifle. Let's see how this creative, experienced player is going to use the Pala Rifle strategy. Of course, recently there is a lot of talk about Pala Rifle because yes, Mr. Guzu is playing this in Grubby tournament and Mr. Tyler One was talking about this strategy, and of course the game that I played versus Grubby happened as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very curious to see what Grubby is going to do with it, especially because his opponent is somebody special as well. He's a Polish night elf named Soccer, and he's a very experienced player versus Pala Rifle. Why? Because almost most of the Polish humans, they play Pala Rifle, and I played many practice games with him. I played versus him in like many tournaments, and let me tell you, Soccer can play many styles. I saw him doing absolutely everything from like tier 1 Hans Alliances versus Pala Rifle. He won versus me like that, but yeah, my micro is not that good. But yes, he can make some laming strategies, he can play triple orb of venom strategies, so yes, it's definitely very creative. And he went for the Demon Hunter, so standard option, and the scout is going to confirm quickly that yes, indeed, we see a blacksmith. So let's see what he's going to do. As we can see, standard play, he's going to creep with Ancient of War, and then, you know, there are some options. He can just go across the map after picking the item from Orc Warrior, and he can go across the map and mana burn the paladin. Of course, there are other options. You can creep level 3 with like many archers, because if Night Elf is actually going to make many archers to a little bit delay. Oh, it's Immolation, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty strong spell to creep, but is this spell worth it versus Pala Rifle? If you go mana burn on level 2, then you don't have evasion, and Pala Rifle player really likes to attack the Demon Hunter. But look, Grubby is making early Arcane Tower. I would never make an early Arcane Tower, because early Arcane Tower is only good versus harassing orcs, basically. Even if Night Elf harasses, you just sit in your base and Night Elf will never go to your base anyway. So I don't like this Scout Tower. Maybe Mr. Grubby is not going to upgrade this, because yes, like, let me tell you, when Orc is harassing, Orc is like Farsher, is constantly summoning those wolves, while Demon Hunter doesn't have them, so Demon Hunter is not going to enter the base. And if he is going to enter, you can pull Mass Militia and you stop it. So Mr. Grubby is creeping, I like it, and he's making Rifleman number 3, but look at his lumber, he has 41 lumber, he needs over 200 to go for tier 2, so because of that, his tag will be late, and with tag being late, Blood Mage will be late, and the entire power spike of the Pala Rifle army will be late. We don't like it, but hey, it's just start of the game, and maybe this tower will be useful later. We'll see about that. So Grubby is basically creeping, and Grubby, okay, where is he going? He knows about the Wisp scouting position, or maybe he wants to get the kobolds. He wants to get the kobolds, and this is a pretty common Wisp scouting position. Mr. Soccer detonated his Wisp, okay, so no experience for Mr. Grubby. Mr. Grubby is creating the green dot. You know, when you have a lot of lumber now, so for example, Professor Lemes, the head of Polish Parafel University, Professor Lemes would basically pull 4 militia and creep this big camp, because when Night Elf is not oppressive at the start of the game, usually Night Elf is not going to be oppressive until, you know, in other words, you have enough time to get level 3. But that's not the end of the world. Of course, Grubby will have a little bit more lumber. Then actually, yes, he's pulling militia, but he's pulling militia to creep the Orc Magi Goblin Merchant. Okay, fair enough. Soccer is back in his base. He's going for the Hunter's Hall, so far so good. Everything is standard. Let's count the archers. 6 archers, so this is like 2 more than usual. It means that bear timing will be a little bit later, but myself, I sometimes go into this trap of pushing versus mass archers, and you need to basically slow down your push a little bit. Okay, there's meeting for the first time, and look, there is Immolation on level 2. This like AoE melee ability, and actually, you know, good human players like Mr. Grubby, they can just split their rifles. So let me tell you, so far Immolation doesn't work. I remember there was a series between Krashik and Lemes in a similar setup, so Krashik was skipping mana burn on purpose, and let me tell you, it wasn't too good, and This start is not good either. Okay, what Soccer wants to buy? He bought Staff of Teleportation. Okay, he's stuffing in front of Mr. Grubby. And why he's stuffing? To speed up the healing process. Okay, so this Demon Hunter is healthier now. Archers are pulling back, and Mr. Grubby is not wasting any time, and he's creeping. But the main difference, Grubby tag is late, and Soccer has already Naga on the battlefield. When Naga is out, ladies and gentlemen, Pala Rifle player has no chance until the Blood Witch is out, until you fight with Militia. So I'm afraid, what are we going to do? Okay, there is still mana, but remember, Immolation deals AoE damage, so what the Night Elf should do is should attack two different targets. Mr. Grubby was able to reach with a beautiful Holy Light, and what's now, ladies and gentlemen, Demon Hunter is very strong. So he's running left and right. And what about the rifles? Are we going to see the first blood in this game? I think so, yes. The first rifleman goes down. Okay, remember, Grubby doesn't have enough mana to heal. And how many rifles Mr. Soccer can kill? Maybe two. Oh my god. 3 rifles for 1 archer. Definitely Mr. Soccer is ahead. Most definitely. And remember that, you know, we don't see this with supply because he's going tier 3, he's making tier 2 buildings. Why Pala Rifle player is just getting online with his tier 2 technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, what is going to happen now? Creep past level 3, you know, so we have already level 3, but there is nothing else to do. We can't really cancel the roars because we are out of position, we don't have a TP, so creeping is the only option. And now Mr. Soccer can start being tricky. Maybe he is thinking about laming, or he wants to steal a camp from Mr. Grubby. Now he knows that he went into the wrong direction because he wanted to creepjack, and there will be no creepjack yet. So what I would do, ladies and gentlemen, in Mr. Soccer's shoes, I would basically lame, I think, and Grubby is actually saying no rush as well. Grubby is going for the Arcane Sanctum. Archers of Mr. Soccer are ready to attack the Arcane Tower, and Soccer is going in. Can he kill? And Grubby is actually pulling back, as he should maybe, but it means, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Soccer will have more time. He will have more time to produce a Druid of the Claw. Why we are skipping Dryad? Because there is nothing to dispel, and rifles, they have an amazing damage versus Dryads because of piercing versus unarmored armor type. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, Soccer is not going to fight here. He wants to buy time. He's like, hey, Grubby, if you are going to change your position into more offensive one, I'm going to go to your base. But Grubby knows that Grubby is blocking his base, so that's very nice. Mr. Soccer, Ancient of War, is in a defensive position, so we're expecting very sharp timing. But in reality, if Mr. Grubby is investing into the Arcane Sanctum, he's like, okay, I'm not going to push full force with all of those rifles. Okay, Mr. Soccer, he's around the corner, so this as we can see, the power of full wall of, ladies and gentlemen, what's that? Mr. Grubby already with the proxy shop already. Full aggression by Mr. Grubby. Even though he lost 3 rifles for 1 archer, let's see. He should be like behind, and look at this. This Ancient of War is going to buy a lot of time. Is Soccer going to buy the Zeppelin? It looked like Zeppelin dropped to me. Maybe Mr. Soccer wants to get more resources for that, but it looks like Zeppelin dropped most definitely. Okay, let's see about that. There is Militia fighting with the Night Elf army, and Mr. Grubby is like, okay, I'm going to get your bears. Soccer is waiting for the Bear Master. Bear Master is here. So that's the decision. Okay, Zeppelin drop, ladies and gentlemen. So Mr. Soccer, he really wants to push Grubby back. What is Mr. Grubby doing? Grubby is just pushing the Moonwells, and he's probably not going to be able to kill the Tree of Eternity. Remember that Grubby has no TP, so ladies and gentlemen, as I said, Soccer has an experience, and you can have a full wall off, but if you are experienced anti-polar rifle, I think Grubby is thinking of teleporting, and Grubby will have to teleport inside. Mr. Grubby will be imprisoned. Not really. Soccer lost the mind games. If Soccer would stay here, then Grubby would be like forced to killing one of his farms. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grubby with amazing mind game. But remember, Soccer position is not that bad. Yes, his supply blocked, but he's back with his bears. And yes, I don't know where are the bears. One of them went across the map, and Mr. Grubby was lamed a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about lumber, because you may say, Saul, so many workers were killed. Yes and no, because already Mr. Grubby made his like important upgrade, so long rifle range. I mean, he produced the second hero that caused a lot of lumber. He even made an arcane sanctum. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that we have a TP on Mr. Soccer, because Grubby is going for the workshop, but this workshop is not going to be ready. Grubby is in playing defensively. Grubby is like, okay, Soccer can lay me again with the Zeppelin, because Grubby did not kill the Zeppelin, and Soccer can actually, ladies and gentlemen, but Grubby will have to open his base in order to go there. And okay, the Sorg Lady, she's slowing on full mana, not like this, and Grubby will have to watch. Grubby will have to watch him. Mr. Soccer doesn't know. There is a full base wall of Soccer. Lame this. What are you doing? You fight this. I hope you have a TP. He understands. He understands Grubby needs to like break into his own house. Okay, do you remember this scene in Breaking Bad when Mr. Walter White was breaking to his own house, ladies and gentlemen? That was funny. Okay, Mr. Soccer is buying more and more time. Zeppelin drop is not going to be longer a case, because yes, Mr. Soccer Zeppelin is dead. But look at these corpses. He's not getting any gold. And you know what? Soccer is rebuilding. Soccer is making more bears and fighting mass bears as Night Elf is as Pala Rifle player is not that good. Okay, so Mr. Grubby, this legendary Warcraft 3 player from Netherlands, man, he will have to find an answer. There is a Zeppelin. There is no Zeppelin. No more Zeppelin drops most likely, because we have a flying machine. What Soccer can do? Soccer can creep higher levels, because his levels are not that high, right? Grubby already on level 4 too, because he crept the middle. Speaking of creeping the middle, Medallion of Courage is an interesting item. Soccer is going to the Goblin Merchant. Soccer knows that there is nothing to creep on the top right, because that's what he crept. There is no retrain. Yeah, he bought Tome of Retraining, so when the laming is over, we go for the Tome of Retraining, because now we want to start mana burning. We don't want to really use immolation, so that's why we use this book. And supply favors the Night Elf. Supply favors the Night Elf. We have Wellspring, so those moon wells are like bigger basically. And Mr. Grubby is trying to make his push. He's trying to make his push work, and he's not in the best situation. Grubby should pull militia that he has. Okay, he doesn't. I mean, I would still pull 2 militia. You need to make this vault, human shop, in order to start buying items. But ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Look at this. Grubby is surrounded by bears. And you can have a world champion micro, but let me tell you, those bears are amazing versus rifles. And laming most likely is going to win Mr. Soccer the game. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They say that rifle is so strong, but as you can see clearly, if you know the answers, you can surprise even Mr. Grubby. Look at this. The bears are so strong. Grubby is trying to push this. Maybe going for the casters was a mistake. And yes, Mr. Grubby has to GG out. Of course, remember, it was an off race by Mr. Grubby, but still, Soccer presented that yes, smart laming is enough, and it can work versus Pala player that does not expect that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was cool. I hope to catch Grubby playing more Pala Rifle, and yes, I will cover those games for you. Thank you for watching. Please consider leaving a sub on the channel. I really try to develop my channel. As we can see, there is a subscriber counter on the left. So in the next video, if you click, you will see that the difference in the sub count. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.